Hey, welcome to this video. In this video, I'm going to do a one-by-one comparison of what is it that I have shared with you on the Google Doc. As far as the JV Doc is concerned, this is exactly the features that we'll be mentioning on the sales pages as well. And I wanted to give you a comparison of all of these features, each one of these individual features inside of the application, so that you understand what is it that we are selling and what is it that you're recommending to your customers or to your clients. All right, so let's get started. Number one is create hot selling evergreen word ladder workbooks easily. As you know, the entire product is all about word ladders, and we are helping your customers create these high quality word ladders worksheets so that they can go around and sell this on Amazon KDP, right? So that is what we are doing here. Intuitive point and click dashboard, you already know about this. I don't have to share because the application that we have here is intuitive. It is point and click and drag and drop easy, okay? Professionally crafted page layouts, this is what we are referring to. These are all the layouts that we have. This is just the front end stuff that I'm going to show you. We have got about 45 to 48 templates which are available. We will talk about what those templates are and why these designs are truly going to help your customers stand out and create books with ease, right? So this is how easy it is. You just click over here and one click will insert the worksheet into this particular page, and then of course users can go about editing the pages. All right, so that's what they can do. Now moving forward to the document, you saw the professionally crafted page layouts. These are all really done nicely and you can edit them. Every single component is editable. You can alter them, so there's absolutely no problem there. One click word ladder page insertion, I showed that to you in a bit just now, sorry. Built-in starter words. Now this is where the fun begins. You know what? Oftentimes what happens is you might wonder what is going to be my word list, like what words am I going to play around with. If that is the case, you can leverage the built-in starter words that we have for you. For example, you can click over here, right click over here, and then word ladder builder. Go to word ladder builder. You will see that there are all these suggestions that come in, right? So if you if you choose a particular word, you would see that there are a lot of suggestions that are there that are aligned for you so that you can use them. Okay, so let me see if I can show you something here, right? So no, not here. Like these words are already available. So let's say we want to change this to cup, right? So let's say we change this to cow. All right. Now what I have got is COW, cow, which is a 3-letter word instead of a 2-letter word. Now the result word, if you take a look at, you would see that there are a lot of suggestions which are available for you. Now, as you can see, the nature of the project is such that you can there is only so much that we can provide, right? We do try to provide a starting point so that it's easy for you and you can kind of get started. Say for example, use now and so on. You can change the instruction and clues. I have already covered this in a separate video, so I'm not going to cover it here, but the idea is we are giving you things to start with so you don't get held up, right? You can always do that. Okay, now built-in starter words, we spoke about this. Closely knit follow-up words. Now these are the closely knit follow-up words that are available for you. Built-in suggestion for clues. So this is where we've got these instructions. Sorry, this should be instructions, mind you. Let me change this. Okay, instructions, not clues. So what we have here is we have got a set of transformation types defined and position defined, like what is it that you need to change in order to arrive at the result word as compared to the base word, right? So that's what we have, and both of these selections actually contribute to the instruction that you see here. But if you want, you can always change the instruction on your own. You can override the selections over here, so that's not a problem at all. And this is what gives you the flexibility to be able to create 100% unique content that you want. For example, if you do not want to have the word that is available here, but you want to have something different, you can always do that. Say for example, instead of the options given here, I want to have POW. You can always do that and then select it, and then it will be a custom word that is provided for you. So while we give you the starter words, we do not take away the ability for you to alter anything and everything based on your whims and fancies, and that is what makes this application special, and that is available in the front end. So you are not limited to the words that we give you. In fact, you can do your own research and you can have all of those words baked into the pages that you are creating. Okay, now we spoke about built-in suggestions, intuitive instructions creation tool, like you can give the instructions over here, just type it, okay, and you would have the clues showing up on the application pages. Okay, now moving forward, we've got complete control over bypassing all of the limitations and creation of custom word lists, right? So whatever we have given, that is great starting point, right? But if you want to bypass them and if you want to introduce your own words, you can do that just the way I introduced a new word, and you can see it is marking it as custom. All right, so you don't have to depend on me or anybody else for the matter to accentuate your database. You can always go ahead and use the words that you want to use. Help children build vocabulary by creating word ladders, words up to 5 letters. All right, you can add as complex or as simple word ladders that you want, because what we have provided you here is the opportunity to add letters or words up to 5 with up to 5 letters. For example, this one originally had 2, right? So if you go here, you would see that this one has the ability to take in 5 letters. Okay, so if you want to increase the difficulty level, or based on the grade you want to increase the size of the words in terms of the number of letters it contains, you can always do this. This is available up to 5 letters in the front end. And in OTO2, OTO1, we have even more variations available. We'll talk about it when we are talking about OTO1 features. For now, this is the functionality that we are talking of when we say 5 letters words, 5-lettered words can be accommodated. It is up to 5 letters. You can start with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now, creating engaging word ladder activities up to 5 steps in a ladder. This is another interesting part. For example, in here, in this ladder, if you see, we have got step number 1, step number 2, step number 3, step number 4, and step number 5. Similarly, in this one, if you take a look at this, this is also having 5 steps. Now, that is not always the case. You would have the ability to choose between 3-lettered ladders, 4-lettered ladders, and 5-lettered ladders, right? So, for example, this one has 3 steps. My bad, I think I said 3-lettered ladders. It's actually 3-step ladders. 3-step ladders, 4-step ladders, 5-step ladders is what is available. Each of these ladder designs is created in-house by our design team, so you don't have to worry at all about about the commercial licensing and so on, as long as you are your customers are reading the FAQs, they should be fine, and this is what it is all about. So when you have 3-step ladders used in your worksheets, you are giving 3 words, and that is probably good for beginners. If you want to make it more interesting, give them a little more practice, go for 4 steps, go for 5 steps, and so on. There are even advanced versions that we'll talk about, and those are available in OTO1. Because we are talking about front-end features, I just don't want to talk about the features that are beyond the front end, to make sure that there is absolutely no confusion in understanding the features. All right. Now, use one-click page clone option. You can always clone this using this one page cloning option, right? So, and then you can change the letters, change the instructions, clues, and so on. Easy shuffle option. You must already be aware of this. We've got this option to move the pages up and down. So that is what is available to you in the front end offer. Multi-page numbering styles for enhanced flexibility in the layout. As you know, if you go to the settings, you would see that we've got a page numbering format that is available for you, and there are a lot of ways in which you can do this. Say, for example, if I go for page 1, you would see the page number would appear over here. If you want to go for a page layout like this, that thing would appear over here as well. Now, if you want to start at a different page, let's say sometimes you're creating manuscripts in multiple sittings and you want to start at page number 10. If that is the case, you can always do that. Okay, that is not a problem at all. This is how your starting pages would look. And even though the first page is there in the manuscript, it starts with page number 10 because that is what you have asked it to do, right? So that's how intuitive it is. Moving forward, show and hide page margins. So you can always show or hide page margins to define the area inside of which you want your content to be in, so that it is not frustrating for you when you upload it to Amazon KDP, right? Working inside of these margins is pretty much going to ensure that your book goes through and you don't have any trouble with Amazon reverting back and letting you know, hey, you know what, some of your content is falling outside of the comfortable zone and we are not very happy with that. We want you to change it, right? So that that frustration will be avoided when you make use of this show page margins option, right? Now moving forward, we've got add text using drag and drop text editor. This is what you can use. These are all text editors, right? You can introduce those into the canvas by using this add text option. And once you've done that, you will be able to play around with 900 plus fonts that can be used for editing these text boxes. Engaging clue-based activities that build vocabulary and critical thinking. You already know that we have clues, we have instructions, and so on, and that is what adds to the fun quotient of these activities and makes them that much more interesting, and probably, like, you know, would enable your users to have a good time learning vocabulary, learning new words, and so on. Download a single worksheet or an entire book in one click. That's right. You just have to come here to download a single worksheet. That's called local download. And if you want to download the entire manuscript, you would go ahead and download it here. Please note that we've shown here download PPTX because my dashboard right now has full funnel access. But when it comes to the front end offer, you get access to PDF, PNG, and JPG files only. All right, you don't get access to PowerPoint files. Now import files to Affinity, Photoshop, Illustrator, PowerPoint, and Canva easily. You get PNG files downloaded, you get JPG files downloaded. You can import them to any of these applications of your choice if you want to have even more design flexibility. Work at any zoom level. If you're not happy with this, you can always zoom up or zoom down. So for example, I can go to 50%, or I can come all the way down where it fits into the page. Personally, I'm comfortable with 25%, and that's what I typically use when working. You can use Ctrl+C and Ctrl+V to copy and paste elements. You have transient saves. If I log out of this, if I just close this window randomly, nothing is going to happen. My data will be available for me to come back to, and this is only applicable to the last active collection. All right. If you don't know what the collection is, then let me know, because this video is for our affiliate partners, and most of our affiliate partners already know what it is all about. All right. Snap to grid to perfect alignment. For perfect alignment, let me show you what that is all about. So if I want to align this properly, you know, I can do this. Do you see the blue and the red lines? Those are the ones that tell me that now it is properly aligned. You know, I can mess around, I can move it around and just make sure that it is exactly the place where it should be. Okay, so that's what it is. That's what we are talking about when we say snap to grid. Step-by-step training included. So we will be including step-by-step training just like the one that I'm creating for you right now. Your users will be able to download 100 times from this from the interface. Now those 100 times can be individual pages, or they can be multiple books. If they download a 50-page book once, that is one download credit and not 100 downloads per month. Detailed training is included, as I said earlier. I don't know why we have this, because we've got this. So let's just remove this altogether. All right, we don't need this. A dedicated support team that simply put cares about your success, and that is something that we truly believe in. Liberate commercial use rights for a good night's sleep. So when you use this application, you get the ability to publish your books on Amazon KDP as defined by the terms on the sales pages, right? So you can easily create these commercial ready books and publish it as long as you're aligned with the requirements, right? So that is all about OTO1 features. I'll create another one where we'll talk about this is all about FE features. In the next video, we will talk about OTO1 features, and then subsequently we'll move to OTO2 and OTO3, right? Thank you so much.